It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Hit you with the no delay in my progress. All the time struggling, only further my conquest. Looking to the future, I wrote and printed the concept. Posted to the net, but that's just a piece of the mindset. Brand slow balling, I'm snowballing, get back to work. Got your favorite companies watching me, but they never chirp. Big names, all of my stories, I see them studying. I probably could have helped them. I guess they stuck in they stubbornness. This shit is jokes. Independent living, did it with the quotes. Been a hidden hand, sending lyrics, and it's been remote. From the home set up, these jokers, it's known beggars. You nothing without a squad. I'm fixing my phone settings. A lyricist, supremacist, the penmanship is limitless. I'm building businesses, aiming again since I've been in this. I'm 007, been cold since '07. How I do it? I was home alone, Kevin. Goal setting, but now my goal setting. Commentating, they fixating. Light from the hand, the pins rating. Forget waiting. I hit record, then I hit record. If a nigga play me on the mic, then I choke him with the cord. Yeah, I'm sacrificing money here with every verse. Giving punchlines to these rappers when I said it first. Preaching to the choir, giving facts like we in the church. I'm just praying for the dead, start to reimburse. True prerogative, they blew the entire budget. They do it, mind discussions. I'm zooming in higher up. It's like, Mr. Nolan, we should get this rolling. Tell me what you need, a check, pause, city colon. I'm tired of the games, fanning the flames. I'm making a change. You don't value what I'm bringing, then it's not an exchange. Only resolution I'm worried about is 4K. If you really want to party with me, then set up the play, bitch. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. In this particular video, we're gonna be covering a couple of Bow Wow stories. Now y'all know we typically don't talk about Bow Weezy on this channel, but he's found himself in the news for both positive and negative reasons, and we're gonna be covering both. Now, the funny thing about Bow Wow is probably a little over a decade ago, somewhere between 2012, 2013, it was actually one of my goals to be a writer, whether that be ghost or credited, for Bow Wow. It was something about him that I always said, with his stardom as a youth, coming into his adulthood, he never really stood a chance. He didn't really take the right steps to solidify his star power as an adult. He didn't have the right writers on his team, didn't have the right music. So I always wanted to, write some shit for him. I used to have like a soft spot for homie. And as he's gone on, through his travels in the industry, his ups, his downs, and different allegations that have come out against him, it's just been like, damn, man. Had so much going in your direction. But we're going to go over him snapping off on Elliot Wilson, which Elliot Wilson has become kind of an easy target in this new media space ever since he's come back on the scene over the last couple years. Quite a few people have had quarrels with Elliot Wilson. Some justified. In this case, I don't know, but we're going to cover it. We're also going to get into Bow Wow, basically bowing down and giving Ciara all of the flowers that she deserves. As y'all know, they dated back in the days when they was, coming out of their teenhood. And, when things didn't go all the way great for them in that relationship, he did kind of besmirch her name and say some fucked up shit about her back in the days. He's since shown remorse for that, and he's still showing, growth and wanting to circle back, not romantically, but to get back on stage with Ciara. He even said that he would love to do a Millennium Tour that features himself, Chris Brown, and Ciara, and that would be his dream for the Millennium Tour. And that would, I guess, maybe, if he were to accomplish that, they would go ahead and let it rest. So we're going to talk about that as well. All right. But first, let's get into the crash out tendencies where Bow Wow goes in on Elliot Wilson. Okay. So it all starts here, right? This guy on Twitter puts a post up towards Elliot saying, "Ain't seen you post about this yet." And this is, I guess, Bow Wow's new song featuring Chris Brown called Use Me. So he says, "Why you ain't posted about this song? This is Breezy and Breezy, or Bow Weezy and Breezy. Why you ain't talking about it?" I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but Elliot Wilson, let me scroll down. Well, shit, I can't scroll down. Damn. Well, basically he says, "And you won't," Y'all can't see it. I can't make it no smaller. But that's what he said. And you won't. So he says, you haven't seen me talk about it. You ain't gonna see me talk about it. Now get the fuck out my mentions, which I ain't gonna lie, that's something I would have did. So I can't be mad at Elliott 2T's on this one. But he showed up at the Bigger Picture podcast with Jeremy Hecht and DJ Head, and Elliot Wilson proceeded to play an audio recording of Bow Wow going the fuck in on his phone. I think this is a voice note, voice message. It wasn't an actual conversation. But Bow Wow decided to come check Elliot about talking crazy on the internet.
Okay, so here's a DM. So that the other spotlight, I'm gonna spotlight this gentleman's song after he called me. But let's see.
Oh, he did call him. Damn.
On me, Elliot? Straight up, man to man, my nigga. Coming at you like a man, like a grown man. You do like, what's the issue with me and you? Let me know. Cause I don't know. So I'm coming at you in private instead of doing some hoe ass nigga shit, tweeting you, and I ain't got time for that, but I got the top 10 record right now, nigga. Like I ain't got time for that. But I wanna know what the issue is though, my nigga. A couple of my niggas send me this tweet talking about you won't. Like, where that energy coming from? That's what I want to know. Holla at me man to man. Don't go post no shit. Don't do that weak shit. I'm coming to you man to man. And I highly respect you. I always bigged you up, said that you one of the most, you the pioneer of this shit. Elliot Wilson is one of the ones that I do, one of the only niggas I do an interview with. Niggas like you, Sway, and all that. Nigga, I'm a real hip-hop baby. So let me know right now, nigga, what's your issue with me? Because a lot of my homies just sent me some shit, and I just want to know where that energy coming from.
Is that Playboy Cardi?
Bow Wow.
Playboy Cardi.
That's a
Chad! No! You got pressed by Bow Wizzle, the king of Ohio, Mr. Son of the Garden at 13.
Can you play it again?
The GOAT. Let's run it back.
You guys didn't really know who it was?
No.
No.
I haven't heard.
You knew? At least knew?
Just can you play it?
I'm
now
way
that I know
more
who
excited.
it is, I want to listen differently.
Yeah, I'm so much
So
more
enjoy
excited.
hearing me get pressed. That's easy.
I just want to hear it.
I'm so excited.
Oh, God.
Hey, my nigga, you got a
Put it
problem with
in.
me, Elliot? Straight up, man to man, my nigga. Coming at you like a man, like a grown man. You do like, what's the issue with me and you? Let me know.
Let me
I
know.
don't know. So I'm coming at you in private instead of doing some hoe ass nigga shit, tweeting you, and I ain't got time for that. But I got the top 10 record right now, nigga.
Playing
Like, I ain't got
man-to-man
time for that. But I wanna know
defense,
what the
nigga.
issue is though, my nigga. A couple of my niggas send me this tweet talking about you won't. Like, where that energy coming from? That's what I want to know. Holla at me man to man. Don't go post no shit. Don't do that weak shit. I'm coming to you man to man. And I highly respect you. I always bigged you up, said that you one of the most, you the pioneer of this shit. Elliot Wilson is one of the ones that I do, one of the only niggas I do an interview with. Niggas like you, Sway, and all that. Nigga, I'm a real hip-hop baby. So let me know right now, nigga, what's your issue with me? Because a lot of my homies just sent me some shit, and I just want to know where that energy coming from.
Why? What did you tweet about Bow Wow?
Yeah, what did you do to Bow? Chad?
Shout out Bow Wizzle.
You shot him out?
Shout out Bow Wow. I had no problem with Bow Wow. I love Bow Wow. I'm squashing to be fair. It has a song out with Chris Brown, which I wasn't aware of, right? So, I post a lot of shit. So I hate when people on Twitter be trying to tell me what to post or some shit. Get that Bow Wow and Chris Brown shit up. Nigga, like, can't wait for you to post this. And I was just like, it's like, oh, somebody's like, what are you posting or whatever? Bow Wow Brown was like, and I said, I won't. And I said, ha. I won't and ha. And then I
With
just
an
moved
exclamation
on.
point?
Huh?
Exclamation point
Yeah,
after the
because I heard the song. The song is cool, but the song is like, I'm not the biggest fan of a Hitmaker production. He's flipping the Ja Rule shit, the Murder Inc. song. It sounded like a typical record. Bow's rapping pretty good. Chris Brown singing. It just didn't grab me. But the guy was saying, like, you going to post it right now? I was like, I won't. Like fooling around. I was like halfway serious. But it's funny how people be scouring the internet and all his homies send him that. And it looks like I'm really coming at him. And it's just like, I just dismissed the record. I heard it once. I was like, I'm not going to post it immediately because somebody pressed me on the internet. Or they didn't even press me. Playfully said, you going to put that shit up next? And I'm like, I won't, ha. Like, wait for you to post. I was like, I won't, ha. Like, that's all I meant. It wasn't that deep. But, Bow Wow, I'm from the XXL years. Bow Wow's, he's a little bit of a hothead. He sees some shit he don't like. He addresses it right way. So I respect him for that. But yeah, I have no problem with him. I have respect for him. And listen to his song. I think it's called Use Me. Bow Wow, Chris Brown. Check it out. He's on tour right now. I don't want no problems, Bow Wizzle. It's all good, brother.
So what, did you respond to him?
I have not. This is my response.
I was gonna say though.
Why would you?
No,
but
he
said
said don't respond in the public
No, because I don't.
platform.
Because
He
I
said
don't like
respond
that.
man to
I
man.
chose to share it publicly because it was a public tweet that started. I choose to share it publicly.
This is where Elliot be fucking up, man. Elliot, I know you be seeing my shit, and much love because you be sharing my shit too when you see it. But come on, bruh. Even it could have been so much worse in terms of like how he could have verbally accosted you in that message. Not to say that he should have done worse, but I'm just saying based on like the way a person could approach you, like he did have definitely like some fire, some venom in his esophagus. You feel me? But at the same time, he ain't completely curse you out. He ain't call you out your name. He ain't threaten to do nothing to you. Or when I see you, I'ma do this, which a lot of hip hop niggas do be trying to get on that wave. You know, he didn't besmirch your name. He still reiterated that he had respect for you and you're one of the only people that he would love to sit down and do an interview with. So I think at bare minimum, you could have at least responded to him before coming to the internet and saying, yo, I don't have a problem with you. This person approached me. They was trying to, you know, basically make me post about your song on the internet. I didn't feel like I needed to. It's not something that really caught my attention like that. No offense to you, which still he would have taken offense to. But anyway, but I wish you all the best. I see you on tour. Congratulations on the success of the record or wherever it's going. But it's just not my cup of tea. I think you could have clarified that with the man who came asking for clarity and then moved about your day. And if you wanted to talk about it on the show, you could have talked about it. But it does look a little suspect if a person asks you for a one-on-one, man-to-man conversation. You don't give him that, but then you take it to your podcast. You know, it does look a certain way, especially if you never respond via text or DM when that person reached out to you. So clearly you saw it, clearly you acknowledge it, but you're not getting back to that person. I think that could have been handled much better. You know, there was a much more clean button ending that we could have had for this situation, but he chose to take it to the show. Bow Wow's probably going to continue to be angry and the world will continue to spin.
Because there's no real issue with me and him. I don't, like he said, I've interviewed him a couple times. I've known him through the years, double XL years. Like, I respect him. It's a misunderstanding. I just quickly dismissed the record. It wasn't trying to attack him. He's having a great moment right now. He's on tour. He's got the record with Chris Brown. I guess radio's on it, as he said. It's his top 10, whatever. Keep doing it, my guy. I want no problems. It's like, so I wanted to publicly say it. I chose to publicly say it.
So
that was wrong?
Yes.
Well, he said that he don't want to.
I need the fucking ice cube. Yes. Bring the sugar, nigga. Yes.
Dude, he don't want to do it that way. Or
okay.
Can you see how he might be upset now if you played his voice note publicly where he said, I don't want to come at you online, let's talk man to man, and you played it publicly without responding to him man to man? Can you see how now he could be upset with you? Still.
Okay, so then I'll hit him back and say I addressed it on the show.
There you go.
I'll give him the heads up.
Okay.
Okay.
Buy that shit out.
All right, so
that's fair. But he still requested. Yeah, he still requested that. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so that's Bow Wow going at Elliot Wilson, and we'll see how that gets resolved. You know, Elliot, he doesn't shy away from sharing things on the internet. If niggas is coming at him, if things get resolved, I'm sure he'll share something about it, whatever resolution comes about. But we're going to continue to go about the show. All right, so next up, we got Bow Wow talking about his dream of getting Ciara and Chris Brown on the Millennium Tour, namely Ciara, especially for their history, their record Like You, which was a big record for both of them at the time. It ended up being one of Bow Wow's last big records, no offense to him. But, you know, it was of a time where he needed it, he got it, and that relationship that they had really worked in his favor. And, you know, things just haven't really been the best musically for him since this time period, you know what I'm saying? But we'll continue from here. So let's hear what he had to say. I believe this was on the Cam Newton show. So they say here, Bow Wow gives Ciara her flowers, says he wants to co-headline the Millennium Tour with CeCe and Chris Brown. The quote, she's deserving of her flowers, 3 million records out the gate, dances her ass off, you're gonna be entertained. She has the music, she has the hits. We have a #1 record together, which is Like You, which will ring off for the rest of life. Let's get Bow Wow's assessment here.
Me and Brown at the top, give me Jello at the bottom. My co-headliner, give me Ciara.
All right, so here he's jumping right in. This is his dream lineup for the Millennium Tour. He said Jello at the bottom. I don't see how Jello fits into the Millennium Tour other than trying to remake sounds from 20 years ago, but this is his dream lineup, not mine.
Me and Brown at the top, give me Jello at the bottom. My co-headliner, give me Ciara. No cap.
Wow.
Give me CC for the co-head. Man, fuck it. All I need is me, CB, and C. I just feel as though, as an artist, she's so talented. She dances still. She just did the tour of Missy. She dances just as hard now as she did back then.
Right.
She's deserving. She, like, if it was up to me, she would have been on the Millennium Tour, co-headlining, for sure. I just feel like she's deserving of her flowers. 3 million records out the gate. That's the same thing that I did. Dances her ass off. You're gonna be entertained. She has the music. She has the hits. She has a show. Why not? We have a #1 record together, which is Like You, which will ring off for the rest of life. Hopefully, and this is really, I'm speaking for the fans, because everything that I do, concert and show-wise, is for the fans' POV. For them to see me and her on that stage doing Like You, where we're at in our lives today as parents, and we made it through.
Yeah.
She's married now, and like I said, me being where I'm at, that shit would put the stamp on the whole entire like culture if we could possibly make that happen.
And it's like it's rewarding to hear you speak with her in regards to her, because she's another person who's been popping for a long time, and we've seen her grow up right before our eyes.
Yeah.
And the respect there is evident.
Yeah.
And just for her sake, it's like, yo, man, I played her husband multiple times. And congrats to him. He just signed with another team. It's that type of situation where, like, now they've become something for the culture.
Yeah. And when you look on leaving your mark in this business, sometimes it's just bigger than you and I. It's a moment that, I feel like every artist deserves that moment. And I couldn't imagine 90,000 at, wherever in my head where I'm visualizing this at, her coming out that riser on that part, I might throw the mic in the audience and literally just leave the stadium.
Yeah.
Because I would know in my mind, no one's fucking with this shit. I don't care who hot. I don't care who popping. I don't care. You better have your phones out. And they will be out to just get that. Like, I don't care if I have to stay stage left. she can rock stage right.
For sure.
Just that moment for music, and I just feel like she's owed that. You know what I mean? I know she did the Missy tour, but I'm talking about the Millennium Tour, our brand.
Yeah.
That Scream tour. She gonna get her roses on that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's the DNA of it all.
Now, I haven't done the research to know whether the Scream tour or the Missy, Ciara, and Busta Rhymes tour, which one is the bigger draw. I know what's in my mind, which was probably the bigger draw or had the most ticket sales. I think it was Missy. I think Missy actually, put herself up in the history books for hip-hop tours with that tour, if I'm not mistaken. I guess I could go check that out now. So the Out of This World tour, which also featured Missy Elliott, Busta Rhymes, and Ciara, when you look at the tour revenue, they brought in $42 million. Okay, so it's not in the top 5 to 10, but I would say this is probably a top 20 hip-hop R&B tour out of the genre. You know what I'm saying? They sold a total of 315,000 tickets. Average revenue per night was $1.4 million. Average tickets sold was about 10,000. So this wasn't a stadium. I think this was an arena tour. And the average price was $133. They did 29 shows, right? So $42 million across 29 shows. That's not bad, because if they would have did, 50 shows, they probably would have hit that 100 million mark or close to it. So salute to Missy and all them. I think they did pretty good. I don't know if Bow Wow and the Millennium Tour is touching that, just to be honest. But you know what? I do want to say, I do salute Bow Wow for having the ultimate confidence in the face of adversity, in the face of ridicule, in the face of everybody. You know, his confidence doesn't seem to waver. Although his confidence may waver about putting music out, his confidence in himself, his live show, and his results that he thinks he can amass for that live show is always on 100,000 trillion. You feel me? So I got to salute him for that, because not everybody sees themselves in that type of light. It's hard to sometimes see yourself in that light. I don't think that Ciara would even do the tour with him. But one can hope or wish, and clearly that's what he's doing. And I ain't got to rain on that nigga parade, because enough of y'all will. You get what I'm saying? I think we would much sooner see a solo Ciara headlining tour than see her get on the stage with Bow Wow. Now, she does have a working relationship with Chris Brown. She's publicly stated she has an immense amount of respect for his artistry. Although people would not like to see it, or many people would not like to see it, I think you would sooner see a Ciara Chris Brown co-headlining tour than you would ever see Bow Wow included in on that. But that's just what I think would happen first. Y'all be sure to let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If it's your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. All right? Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit on my almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they died of me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.